time passes. Exits the light. The light makes it exit. The room is turning yellow, the wavelength of its steps stretched out. The corner is starting to dissolve into yellow.
Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day, with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hill. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills, in colors on the snowy linen night. Now I understand what you try to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night. Flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, pursued beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you try to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, but they could not love you, although your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night. Portraits hung in empty halls.
The yellow housed the paintings that Vincent intended to be part of a program of decoration often display iconographical and stylistic coherence, although they were made in each case as independent works and not according to any preconceived plan. It was in such a fashion that in the spring of I-888 Vincent collected a series of paintings.
Wind enters. In a slice of a second the wind grazes the wall. The floor shivers. wind slowly fades out. Stillness enters. The stillness lingers, like the stale air that it is, until the yellow washed into pale purple, it will remain. Another street light comes into the view of the room. As if there is never a room there if there is no street light. It exists by virtue of the lamp. Yellow returns. Not the same as before, it is more saturated. Drenched and soaked as it were in the reflections. Drowning now in its own hues. Off screen. The light that lights up the rim of the window. The yard. The facade. The room. The street light insists that there is a room. Because there is a sun in there.
Orchids in bloom which he planned as a decoration for Theo Fig. 3.25 In August of that year, Vincent received a letter from Gauguin in which the latter stated his willingness to come to Aries. Vincent responded immediately by signing a scheme of decoration for the studio he was to share with Gauguin. A decoration which was to consist of nothing but large sunflowers, like that of the restaurant next door to Theo's shop in Paris, which Vincent remembered so well. 26 The series was to be comprised of 12 canvases. The whole thing, a symphony in blue and yellow. 27 In a letter to Bernard dating from the same time, Vincent described the intended effect as being that of stained glass windows in a Gothic cathedral, hereby indicating another source of inspiration for 19th-century decorative programs. 28 The stained glass technique was in fact used by Bernard and had played a role in the so-called Classicism of Bernard, Anquetin and other innovators in I-887.29 In September, Vincent furnished his house. The white walls of the guest room were to be decorated with the sunflower paintings. 30 The studio, which was also white and had red curtains, was to receive a decoration of portraits. Together with the simple, rustic chairs and a white wooden table, the room was to take on a Daumier-like quality. Vincent asked Theo to send him some prints to add the finishing touches to his maison d'artiste. In the creation of such a house, Vincent was following the example.
Frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you met. The ragged man in ragged clothes, a silver thorn and a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you try to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen and not listen still. Perhaps they never will.
For my part, it worries me to spend so much time by myself. Alone. I felt like someone emerging out of a dark underground vault.
Standing in front of the easel while painting that, I feel a little of life.
Paintings that we haven't yet seen.
There's something inside me. I don't know what it is. What I see, nobody else sees it.
You're a stranger here. You drink too much. You're hysterical, out of control.
I don't want to calm down. It's called the act of painting for a reason. Leave me alone! Go away!
Don't you see that this painting is unpleasant? The townspeople have signed a petition against you. They don't want you to come back.
The magnificence of our world. No one had ever done it before. Perhaps no one ever will again. To my mind, that strange, wild man who roamed the fields of Provence was not only the world's greatest artist, but also one of the greatest men who ever lived.
Vincent, sorry. I'm sorry. Is it too much?
No. They are tears of joy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Sorry about the beard.
Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day, with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hill. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills. In colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you try to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night. Flaming flowers that brightly blaze. Swirling clouds in violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain. Weathered faces lined in pain, were soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you try to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, but they could not love you, although your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night. Portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget. like the strangers that you met. The ragged man in ragged clothes, a silver thorn and a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you try to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen and not listen still. Perhaps they never will.